Hey everybody, welcome back to the Abom barbecue pad, and it is the Memorial weekend. So what I have planned for today is we are getting the Lonestar smoker fired up, and what I want to do is smoke a couple of turkey breasts, and we're also going to do some Abom barbecue beans as well. So these are some turkey breasts that I bought a little time back, bought them from the local butcher, put them in the freezer, wanted to save them for another time, and now is the time. I wanted to do enough barbecue that I can actually take over to my mom and Fernando's. Fernando just had to go through some knee surgery just yesterday, so I thought it'd be nice to take them some barbecue that they can feast on as he's at home recovering. So that's what we're doing. I'll give you some highlights along the way of what we're going to do. You know, do our prep, season, and then of course our smoke right now. But right now, what we're trying to do is just get us a nice coal bed started in the Lonestar here. And so we're just getting everything blazed up, try to get us some nice hot coals, and then we'll tame this down a little bit so we can get down to our target smoking temp, which is going to be right around the 275 area is what we're going to be shooting for, right? We are using pecan wood. I've already gone through my stack, try to debark most of it. We just have a little stack here ready to throw into the firebox. And one easy way that you can start a fire like this is just to use a regular chimney starter. I just fill it up with some of the lump charcoal I got over here and light it off for about 20 minutes until it's flaming out. Dump it right in the center and then just build your fire up right around that with the split wood, and it blazes up instantly just like that. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing going and get it nice and hot. Probably be back in about maybe an hour or so, and we'll start putting our turkey on there to smoke. All right, guys, here is our turkey breast right here, and got 2 full turkey breasts that came in a package from the butcher. All right, just cleaned them off, kind of dried them off a little bit, and you'll have to excuse the flies every time you come out here and start cooking. They just come from everywhere. Even though I've got some traps set up out there, there's still some that come around here and bother you. Let me get me a napkin, a towel. So I just mixed up this rub right here for the turkey. So what it is 2 parts coarse pepper, 1 part kosher salt, and then I also add in some smoked paprika and some garlic as well. All right, that makes a really good rub for pork or turkey. We've also got some fat trimmings right here that I trimmed off of both breasts, and what I want to do is once we lay them on there, I'm going to take these guys like that and just kind of lay them on top to kind of help add some of the natural turkey fat. So I'm going to oil them up first. We'll just go ahead and start with the bottom side here. And by the way, both of these together are 11 pounds. So this was some big turkey right here. Just putting a little oil on there to serve as a binder. This is just regular vegetable oil, but you can use many different types of oil, whatever you'd like really. All right, and then we're going to get our rub and just go ahead and try to put a nice even coat on here without getting the flies involved. This is an excellent rub for turkey. I've done this many times over the years. And by the way, if you're noticing the birds screeching in the video, I don't know how loud it is coming across on the mic. We have a family of hawks that live up in that big oak tree right behind the shop here. And they had some babies not too long ago, and there's a whole family of them. They're always talking to each other. It seems like mom and dad is usually out and about, and they're screaming back at them, and the babies are screaming. So they're always making some noise. Just about like that right there. And I'm gonna turn these guys over. This is the way that they'll be sitting on the smoker right here. I want the fat side up. Put a good liberal coating on this. This is a lot of meat. Most of this is going to be towards the outside part or on these thinner sections here, but it's a really good rub for turkey. All right, so we've got the smoker running right around the 275 mark here on the lower grate, the way I want. It's typically a little bit hotter right up here at the top of the smoke chamber. So let's go ahead and put our turkey breast on there. And we do have deflector plates over here on this side that help even out the temp all the way across this. I'm going to put the turkeys over here on the left side, the far end of the smoke chamber, and cook them over here a little bit more away from the heat on this side, because we're going to do some barbecue beans. I'm just going to go ahead and put the beans right over here on this side because I want to smoke them for a while. There's our turkey breast. Thickest side towards the fire, although any configuration will work just fine. All right, get me a fresh towel right here. You guys don't have a paper towel holder outside by your barbecue pit, you're missing out. All right, so there we go. We'll close her up. I'll start a timer just to know what time we started smoking, and we'll let them go. I am going to take those extra pieces of fat that I talked about and lay them over here on the thinner sections here in just a sec. We're going to start our barbecue beans, and I'm going to cook the bacon and the beef right out here. We're using a 10-inch Dutch oven, and then I'm going to take everything inside to put all the final ingredients together because it's just easier since I got everything inside. So what we'll do is just start with about a half a pound of bacon cut up. We're going to let that fry just a bit, and then we're going to add one medium onion that's diced up right here. And then we've got a pound of ground beef right here as well. The ground beef, it might look a little brown, but this was good. This was frozen, and I just thawed it out for this recipe here. All right, our bacon's frying in good. This was some thick cut Wright brand bacon, by the way. So that's cooking in pretty good the way it is right there. I'm going to go ahead and add the one medium onion in there. We'll let that cook in as well. And once this finishes up, we will take this out, put it to the side, and then cook our ground beef. So our bacon and onions look good. They can come on out of the pot now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this spoon and just scoop them up like this, put them in a bowl, and these will just go back into the final cook once we pour all the beans and all of our ingredients in there. Let's go ahead and dump in our ground beef. Still a little bit of water in that beef there. Got to get that cooked out. All right, that's cooking in nice. I'm one of these people that like to try to chop up the ground beef as much as I can with the wooden spatula here, just to kind of make it so that it's not so chunky. All right, as that's cooking, I'm just going to add a little bit of, this is my steak seasoning, SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. We're just going to add a little bit of that to the beef here. Salt and pepper is really all you need in this. This should be finished here in another minute or two. It'll be ready to pull out of there. All right, our ground beef is cooked. I'm going to turn the fire off there. I'm just going to spoon it right in here with our bacon and onion. And this is just to kind of separate the beef from the grease there in the bottom. But we will take our Dutch oven inside, and we will continue on there, putting all of our beans and our other ingredients in the pot here to make up our barbecue beans. So I'll meet you inside. All right, so we got you back inside now. Like I said, it's just a lot easier to put this together in here. So We've got all of our meat. What I did was I wiped out all the excess grease in the Dutch oven. And we're going to put our meat back in there. And we've got some of these onions, a little bit of this bacon fat still in there, so we'll scrape that off. Okay, I've got 4 cans of beans here, and it doesn't matter what kind of beans you put in this. You can use a variety of beans, which is usually what we like to do. We like the different beans in there. And I've made up this recipe over several different bean recipes that I have read in some of my cookbooks. And I just kind of put together what I thought was a nice flavorful barbecue baked bean, that, in my opinion. So these are beans that we had in the cabinet that we're going to go with. Sometimes I put lima beans in here, but I didn't have any. So we're going to go with 1 can of red beans. And I am using the juice with the beans. Here we have 1 can of Great Northern beans. 1 can of pinto beans or chili beans. I actually like to use a can of pork and beans in this, but I did not have any pork and beans. I was trying to use what I had here. All right, and then 1 can of kidney beans. Again, use whatever beans you like. Some people don't like certain beans, but to me and Abby, we like them all. All right, so we're gonna just kind of mix that in a little bit. But now it's time to put the rest of the ingredients in there, so I'm gonna start rounding those up. All right, this is no particular order, but I'm just gonna go down my list with what I'm gonna put in there. So we'll start with, I've got a 1/2 cup of homemade barbecue sauce. I've actually got a little bit more than a half because this is what I end up having left in my little squirt bottle. So I'm just going to use it, which is about 3/4 cup. You can use any barbecue sauce you want, but this is something that I have made myself. I like making up my own sauces now. I still like some store-bought, but I think it's fun to make your own barbecue sauce. All right, barbecue sauce, we're going to go 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard right here. And then 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. And then we're going to have 1 teaspoon of salt. This is kosher salt. All right, and I need to go pull some more stuff out. All right, and then we're going to have a 1/2 cup of molasses. I'm just going to use this that the barbecue is in. It looks like I'm going to empty out this jar of molasses. Actually, let me come over here and see if we can rake it out. So it looks like we've got right at a 1/2 cup of molasses. That's actually all the ingredients right there. I do add a little bit of liquid smoke, but since I'm going to be smoking this on the offset smoker, I'm not going to add the liquid smoke. But it is a good thing to add if you're just putting this over you know, a stovetop or over a fire with your lid on, and you're not going to be getting any smoke in there. But we're just going to let these smoke on the big offset. So I'm just going to give them a mix here, get everything mixed up. I try not to break up the beans very much, just kind of come in under them and kind of swirl everything together. And this should be ready for the smoker. And even if you're not smoking these things, you can just put these right over a fire and just, you know, low heat and just let them simmer for a while. It really doesn't take that long. You could probably simmer this for, you know, an hour, and then you're ready to eat this right here. So we'll meet you back out at the smoker. All right, looks like our smoker is maintaining nicely. It's starting to drop. We're gonna have to add a log to it. Let's go ahead and open her up. Our turkey breasts are looking good. So we're just gonna go ahead and set our Dutch oven right over here on this side. All right, so yeah, turkey's looking good there. We'll close her up, and let's add a log to the firebox. All right, yeah, you can see our fire is pretty well died down there. We've got a hot coal bed is what's happening now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna take one log here. Oh, I almost dropped it trying to go around the camera. I'm gonna drop that guy on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put another one on here as well so that we continue to have some wood burning. So what I'll do is I'm gonna leave the door open and let this kind of blaze up. Once it's burning, then we'll close it up and let it maintain the temp like it should. Let's see how everything's doing. So we're 2 hours into our cook. There's our fire there. So it looks to be between 250, 265 right now. Doing really good. I'm gonna go ahead and temp there's our beans. They're looking good too. I'm gonna go ahead and temp them turkey breast and see where we're at 2 hours in, and I'll give those beans a stir. And I'll let you guys know how it's going. Showing 141 on that guy right there. Let's see what this guy is showing. 139, so right around the same temp. Can y'all hear those hawks up there calling? They are noisy. Yeah, so these are looking good. Just give them a nice stir. This is the first time I stirred them up. They're getting good and hot. That's going to work out good. All right, so we're going to take these turkey breasts to about 165. 160, 165, and we'll pull them at that point there. So here's an update of where we're at. We are 3.5 hours into our cook. What I have done is actually take the barbecue beans out of the smoker. I'll let them smoke for a little while, then I put the lid on, and now they are sitting right here on top of the firebox. This is a great place to keep foods warm, but let me show you. If you take the lid off, you'll see that they're still kind of simmering very lightly right on top of this firebox right here. Now if you open this lid up, there's actually a griddle plate underneath this that you can cook on or set your pots down on there as well. But with the lid over it like this, it actually brings it down to the tip just to kind of keep these beans hot and continue to do a very low simmer of where they're at. So those guys are well done, well cooked, should I say. 3.5 hours in, we're still running right around 275 over here on this side. We've been having to maintain our fire. I'll give you a shot of that. There's where we are at on our fire. And when I pull the beans out, I temped the turkey breasts. There's a shot of them. They were at 161, so they're very close. My target was 165, and then that's when I will pull them off. So we're pretty close. Next time I bring you back, we'll probably be pulling these guys off and wrapping them up for the rest. There's one of those birds there. Let me see if I can get you zoomed in to see it. It's really blended in well, but right there in the center of the screen. And I'm not convinced. I think that's one of the babies right there. That looks like one of the babies, I believe. I know there's a couple of them up there. There's a shot with 3 of them right there. Let me try to zoom you in again. So there's two right there, and then the baby, looks like they might have, yeah, looks like they're eating. They caught something. And then right above them is the baby. You can kind of see its legs there. I wish I had a better way to zoom in on those guys, but yeah. They're enjoying them a meal of some sort. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a temp check on our turkey breast, because I think we're probably getting really close. I like to use a little thermopop right here. So we are there. That's saying 170. I just want to make sure that I'm getting to the middle. 170. 167, 168 for the one on the back. So it looks like we have hit our target. I was shooting for 165. So there's a 166 right there. 165. All right. That's what I was shooting for. I thought that's what it would have been here. This one is a little bit warmer. All right, so I'm going to get my cutting board. We're going to pull these guys off of here. All right, let's get these guys off. I'm going to pull them off here, and then I'm going to take them and just wrap them up, keep them warm, because it's not quite dinner time yet, but we'll be pretty soon. So just got a couple of clean towels here that we use to pick this stuff up with, just like so. And they smell good. Look at that crust. Man, that crust looks good. Crust looks excellent on there. All right. I will meet you guys inside whenever it's time to carve into these turkey breasts and give them a taste test. So we'll see you inside. Well, it's time to carve into these turkey breasts, or one turkey breast anyway. See how they do. We are ready to eat. So I've had these guys wrapped up.
Yes, we are ready to eat.
Abby has been making our side over there. She told me not to mention it, but she made some mac and cheese.
Wow. Throwing me under the bus. What he meant to say was vegetables.
Well, we got the veggies right here, the barbecue beans. But we always like a little side of mac and cheese to go with it. So there are the turkey breasts.
I wish you could smell that.
It smells great.
It is insane.
So just going to pick one. I mean, they're both the same. So we're going to pick this guy right here. And we're going to set this over on the cutting board. Let me move that out of the way. This one.
A lot of juice in there.
This one's going to Mom and Fernando.
Oh, yay.
Slide this tomorrow. I'm going to take that over there. We also have our Abom barbecue that we're going to be using. The Abom sauce. Abom Memphis style, which is a new one to me. Seems like it's been pretty popular though. All right, so here's the carving knife. This is the one that I found in Arkansas at one of the antique shops. It's made by Old File. That thing is awesome. I gave it a little polish with some Scotch-Brite, put a fresh edge on it, and it's the perfect knife for the turkey. Look at that, perfect knife. See that? Come down through there, just like that. All right. So here we go. Let's give it a carve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
That is looking pretty good. You might have to set that GoPro down and get a picture with your iPhone.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because it looks amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's good right there.
Yeah.
That is just picture beautiful right there. I love it.
Can I please have a taste?
Yep. You certainly can.
Hi, Lola.
So Lola has joined us. She is the, oh, she's going to jump down. She's the subject of many Instagram posts. She always likes to jump up in this chair every time I'm over here carving up some food or serving up some food.
Yeah, she needs a bite.
Usually she's up here hanging out, so.
Also, she's really nosy.
All right, we're going to go ahead and let Abby take a little test of this.
Well, we both can.
All right, here you go.
That is like the biggest, babe. Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's delicious. The outside has like a sweetness and then also kind of a spiciness. It's really good.
The paprika on the outside is supposed to give it a little bit of a savory flavor, but it's mainly just the salt and pepper that you're tasting there. We're going to go ahead and tore the skin.
The meat does have a nice smoky flavor too.
Perfect knife for the carving right there. So,
Yes.
see how juicy it is? So it's nice and juicy. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and service up a portion of this and plate. You know what? This skin's hanging off right there, so
Oh, you got to eat it.
I'm going for it. All right, let's give our beans a little try.
Raise your hand if you love beans. I love beans.
Abby had her hand raised. So,
We both did.
So we'll get a little taste of the Abom barbecue beans right there.
That is a cute little crock.
It is. I found it at the antique stores.
Yes, you did. It was a good snag.
That's good right there.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I'm gonna probably eat more than I should of the beans.
We're ready to serve up. This is going to be good right here. Excellent. All right, well, there's our barbecue meal. We got our smoked turkey, barbecue sauce, barbecue beans, Abby's shells and cheese right there, mac and cheese. We are ready to go. So that is it. We are ready to dig in. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this, had a lot of fun making this, and believe me, these smoked turkey breasts are hard to beat. You can cook these any time of the year. It's always appropriate for turkey breasts. They make great leftover meals. You can put them in soups, salads, sandwiches, all kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing with the leftovers of this turkey right here. So anyway, we're getting out of here. We're going to eat. We'll check you later.
We
Next
are going
video.
to eat.